Hello and welcome to the training on brand standards. Class 101, we have developed some standards over our 21-year history, and those the corporate identity and the brand standards manual is kind of what you're taking a look at right now. And you might say to yourself, well, I'm not that familiar with a lot of the Class 101 standards and what we have, or I'm not going to change the logo or do anything different like that. But in general, how does it work? Well, we work and have really kind of three objectives with our brand. And number one is that consistency of the brand nationwide. So it's really important that you involved in Class 101 kind of continue to work the brand. And again, that might not necessarily be changing our logo or changing our business cards or something like that. But in general, it's making sure that all of our systems and standards are up to par, as you'll see in this particular training. We want to give guidance. That's kind of all in one document. So that's why we have a brand standards manual. And then also brand strengthening. So when we continue to add to our brand, each and every one of us, it adds to the value of our brand and the success of our each and every franchise location across the country. Again, you might say, I'm not going to change this logo or my business cards. I have no control of that. And you're probably right. Your franchise owner or center director is going to be the person that's going to be in charge of that. So when we say standards, what else do we mean? The standards might be the standards with our presentation. This is the first impression that a family gets with Class 101. So when we say brand standards, it's also making sure that our sales presentation, our presentation of our services, is being delivered to a family in the top standard that we can. So we don't want this to be pink, and we don't want this to say a different year on it, and we don't want these particular slides to change. So if there is some adjustments, sometimes that happens because some of our locations change, and some of the costs change. But in general, keeping to this presentation and this system is part of our brand standard. Also, talking about our 12 services. The first 8 services are focused on the student, and the last 4 services are focused on the parent. Or even something with our ACT and SAT prep. The standard of our curriculum, the standard of our book, showing these particular books for both the ACT and SAT is what we want. And that's going to be really important. It might be even discussing a resume. We don't want another version of a resume on here. We want this version. This is the version that we use. And we pretty much have 4 reasons why we absolutely love this student resume. Or it could be even just showing people our particular portal and our plan and how we do our particular Class 101 portal. So this would be very important. So when we say brand standards, of course, it's easy to say, hey, we're going to have a red and black logo, and we're not going to change the company slogan. But it's also all these small things that matter too. Like delivering DISC during somebody's junior year, not when somebody's a freshman. We typically do this to junior year to get their behavioral analysis. Maybe it's the essay workshops that we do in the summer before the senior year. We don't do those at any other time throughout the year, but the summer before their senior year starts to help move them along with their essay development. And deadlines and applications, and also our structure on pricing and how we meet with students. So what do we meet with students? We meet with students every 2 to 3 weeks for 1 hour. That's our brand standard. Our juniors is every 4 weeks, sophomores every 5 weeks, and freshmen every 6 weeks. So that's what we do to, again, our standard. That's what people pay for. If you meet with somebody even more because you want to give great customer service, well, that's a great thing. That's not what they paid for. And every once in a while, you might meet with somebody a little bit sooner. But to meet with every sophomore every couple weeks when it's supposed to be every 5 weeks is not to our company standards. The to-do list and delivering what we call now a checklist to our particular platform. The college planning notes that should go out after every college planning meeting. And some of those types of things are also our standards. How we charge, how we collect the down payment, The $800 down is our company policy. That's what we collect as a deposit down. If somebody's doing something different than that, get with your franchise owner or your center director to see if there's something different than that, but that's our company policy. We charge $99 more when people go on a payment plan. Again, that's the minimum, and so that would be our company policy. And obviously the 12 services that we offer. So when we say brand standards, yes, of course, it's the we make a difference and the black and white logo and all the different types of things that we use. But it can also be how we do our basic meetings. We do our basic meetings by covering 4 components of every single 1-hour basic meeting. Grades, colleges, ACT prep, and resume. This is how we do it in every single one of our particular meetings. So the basic meeting is important. What we do in the first meeting checklist, or even the second meeting checklist, third meeting checklist. Those types of things would be important to make sure that we're covering the standard that exists in Class 101. So for us, this is what we've built our whole entire business. And every time somebody gets added on to our company, that person's adding on to our brand and adding on to the value of what makes Class 101 so special. The highest expectations of service, treating people like they would need to be treated, and holding a standard that is so high that we're going to make a difference for people across the nation. So thank you for watching this brand standards presentation and training today. Again, it might not be about the business card or the logo for you, but know that our company has expanded nationwide, and the most valuable thing that we have is each other, all moving in the same direction, all keeping that high brand standard. Thank you, and continue to add to the value of our brand. Thank you now.